Everyone, this is Neronium. Welcome back to Ratchet and Clank. Without further ado, let us begin a new game on hard mode. I'm going to regret this later. Starting off on Velden. Yeah, the loading screens kind of cut up the action.
Open up on 7. Move it out, Shiv.
Oh yeah. Hero, huh?
Identifying prisoner 117, Shiv, Helix.
You think you can break me, copper? Yeah, I've been in the darkest pits of the universe. Places that would make your bolts rattle. The eternity pits of Sword Doom. The iron holding no balance. Nah.
Greetings, new fish. I'm...
Captain Qwark. I don't believe it. You're here. I used to dream of being arrested by you.
Now get out of here. I was talking to you, Zed.
Yes, Captain.
So, new fish, I take it you followed my many adventures?
Of course I have. You're the most famous superhero in the galaxy.
He ain't famous anymore.
Words hurt, Solitary Bill.
I'm a huge fan. I even pre-ordered the new Ratchet & Clank holo game.
The what?
You know, the game based on that incident with you and that Lombax.
Oh, you must mean the holo film. Yeah, it's pretty good, if you like all CG.
No, I mean the game. It's based on the holo film. Look, here's my confirmation email. I'm having it mag shipped to prison.
They're making a game based on a holo film based on my life? But they haven't even consulted me. Oh, this is my fault. I've been away from my adoring public in this forsaken place too long. And now, no one will ever hear my side.
I'd like to hear your side, Captain.
You would? Well, then sit down, wary criminal, and I'll tell you a story. It all started with a hapless Lombax named Ratchet.
Where do you think you're going?
Hey, Grim, you're here. I thought you'd be down at the bazaar shopping for gravity coils.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm here. I'm always here. I don't suppose you sneaking out would have anything to do with those Galactic Ranger tryouts?
I just need 1 hour. Come on, Grim. These are the Galactic Rangers we're talking about. Captain Qwark will be there.
No leaving the garage until you help fix Mr. Micron's ship. Now get on that bolt crank.
And, yeah.
Does that ship look mag-lifted to you? Get on that bolt crank, come on!
All right.
Give it a spin. Okay, let's see if these new Versa bulbs work. Look up. Do you see something flashing?
Yep, left side looks good.
It's a miracle. Onto the afterburner lights.
Lower left afterburner light checks out.
This thing might just be space-worthy after all. One more to the...
Lower right afterburner works. So, are we good?
Yep, we're good. The news says the tryouts are being held at the fairgrounds. Show them what you got, kid.
And so Ratchet began his adventure, hoping to become a Galactic Ranger.
So,
It's 8 a.m. and it's going to be a hot one today. Our first story is a sad one, folks. Last night at around 13 hour time, planet Neronium fell to what appears to be a supernova. President tragic natural disaster. But top know-it-alls are skeptical. This is the fourth planet we've lost in the last 3 months, leaving some to wonder. Is there an evil force at play? Revered hero Captain Qwark has issued a handwritten statement that reads, wait, is this
Love that little reference right there. One thing about Ratchet and Clank is it's full of references to the rest of the series, and that's the good part about it. But, like, I will also say, this game looks gorgeous. Especially considering this was around the middle life of the PlayStation 4, so everything looked really good. And, yeah. So, I guess I should get into the controls. Controls are basically, like, similar to the Ratchet Future games. You use the left analog stick to move around, the L2 button to strafe, X to jump, square to use your wrench. If you end up holding L2 while strafing and hit the square button, you can throw your wrench, and then we'll get into weapons in due time. But right now, let us...
Ratchet flashed his enemies using his trusty Omni Wrench.
Boop. Now, one thing you might notice is that this game is 30 frames per second. Unfortunately, the PS5 as well, to my knowledge, does not increase the cap. There is a cap of 30 frames per second, and luckily Rift Apart returns to 60 frames per second when Rift Apart eventually comes out. God, I can't believe I'm going to buy another one.
Ratchet used the warrior's time-honored tradition of jumping.
Honestly, I can't believe I'm buying yet another Sony console for a Ratchet and Clank game, but Ratchet and Clank is so good. I don't think I was supposed to get up here yet. And one thing I should mention, expect me to die a lot in hard mode, because the main problem with hard mode is enemies do so much damage. It's
Ratchet
ridiculous.
He faced mortal peril. Should he find himself on the verge of death, he'd need to find nanotech to heal.
Oh, I used that stuff after a bank robbery once. It healed like 3 out of 5 gunshot wounds.
Right. Gonna just... The fact that the pipes all lay down too, just like the detail of this game. If there's one thing that, if you haven't noticed about me right now, I love presentations in games. If the presentation is good, I generally like the game to a degree. But when the story kind of doesn't mesh well with the presentation, that's where I get a problem. You'll see why. I think I'm more critical of Ratchet and Clank.
Disregard for public property. Look at him smashing crates. The hubris.
Maybe he was just saving up bolts so he could buy a new weapon to protect the galaxy with.
Hey, who's telling the story here?
One thing I should say is, I think I'm more critical of Ratchet and Clank's remake because of the fact that I'm such a huge Ratchet and Clank fan.
With his enemies vanquished, Ratchet forged ahead. His destination? Destiny.
Right. And let us see.
Welcome to the Galactic Ranger recruitment event. Come into the training course and let's test your mettle. You ready to be a Galactic Ranger? Well, Ray, ready to dispense some justice?
Notice the fungoids and we have fungoids and I can't remember their name. The ones from Full Frontal Assault. Yeah, that's pretty much the basis for most of the enemies. Species in this game. It's kind of sad, actually.
Hello, recruit. Cora Veralux here. Show us how quick you can be on your feet by jumping over these obstacles. Good work. Now keep moving to the next part of the course.
Look, up here. It's me, Captain Qwark. Well, it's not really me.
Good job. You could be the recruit we've been looking for. Keep moving to the next part of the course.
Hey there, recruit. I'm Brax Lectress, and my specialty is brute force. Let's see how well you can bash these crates. Hey, that was pretty good. Keep moving. It's time to get our hands on some firepower.
Ooh.
Grab a fusion grenade glove from this Gadgetron vendor.
You won't regret it.
So, we got our bomb glove.
Step, blow stuff up.
Solana Galaxy is a perilous place, as evidenced by the large amounts of ammunition left sitting around in crates.
Alright, grab some bolts. And give me the ammo.
If you see me at the event, please do not run up and insist on shaking hands. My mighty white-like grip has been known to shake the confidence of even the most heroic of men. And I would hate to throw you off.
Right. And right there is one of the card packs I talked about in the episode 0 where it is randomized.
Hollow card. Sweet.
So let's see what these packs are. So they are randomized.
You've just collected your first holo card. You can earn single holo cards by defeating enemies. Or you can explore secret areas to find packs of 3. Your goal is to complete a whole set of holo cards.
And once you do, you actually do get bonuses and perks based on each set you complete. These cards can range from anywhere from ones on different things to different weapons to different what is it called? Different characters. So let's see the collection stats. As you can see, we have Veldin, the fusion grenade, and as you can see, you get the stat bonuses right there. We have Raritanium drop rates, bolt drop amount, holo card drop rate, and the wrench strength. And then we also have the Rhino cards to make the Rhino for this game. So just keep that in mind. Bunch of different things you can do. And like I said, I'm not going for all the holo cards because it is...
In order to spice things up, we've armed these dummies with Gadgetron flamethrowers. Our lawyers are totally cool.
Unfortunately, the holo cards are randomized when they're dropped by enemies.
Be the next Galactic Ranger. Head to the final challenge.
Come on, Ratchet. You can do this.
Yeah, you can do this, Ratchet.
Time for the final challenge. Survive a brutal onslaught of enemies, and you just might be our next Galactic Ranger. Or maybe. One down.
One, two.
Looks like some angry toads.
Impressive. Could we be looking at Solana's next Galactic Ranger?
How dare you blow up my toads? And I got a holo card pack. So, yet again, nanotech increases once you kill enough enemies, and you also end up increasing your weapon strength.
Another one down.
So, you collected a duplicate. Like I...
Good job, Cadet. Come see me after the show.
That wasn't so bad.
And now for movie cutscene. Now to see if YouTube's gonna yell at me. I think they are.
Ladies and gentlemen, the savior of Solana, Captain Qwark.
Hello, Veldin.
Hello, Captain!
He's on fire again.
I know.
My name is Copernicus Qwark, and yes, that was an impressive wall of fire I just walked past. I'm gonna be real with you folks for a moment. When President Vironix recommended I take on a new ranger, I knew just where to go. That's right. We want you!
Yeah!
I know what you're thinking. Do I have what it takes? After all, you may not have prevented Dr. Nefarious from atomizing Aliros City. You may not have stopped Neptune Prague from rendering the entire population of Iridia colorblind. Twice. After all, you may not have this chiseled jaw or godlike pectoral region, but if you have heart, then you have what it takes. You don't have what it takes.
But I have heart.
Yes, but unfortunately that heart is encased in a weak, muscleless mass of inexperience. Plus, there's your history to consider.
Got a long line of citations here. Possession of an illegal gravity repulsor.
Operation of a black market accelerator.
Willful disruption of the space-time continuum?
That is a funny story.
You're reckless. You're a loose cannon, and you're dangerous. That's my shtick.
Wait, just give me a chance.
Sorry, no time. Galaxy in jeopardy. Get back out there. And remember, you can do anything. As long as you're me. Next! Meanwhile, on planet Quartu...
Dr. Nefarious, the mad scientist who made all of this possible.
Mad suggests cognitive impairment. I'm more of a vengeful scientist. I trust you're here to meet the troops.
State your prime objective.
Destroy Galactic Rangers.
State your prime objective.
Destroy Galactic Rangers.
State your prime hub.
Hello.
Defect detected. Preparing for immediate destruction. In 3, 2.
Oh, a defect. Go play, Victor.
Yeah, I need to turn off those block scenes.
The helpless defect knew that his best chance for survival lay with the facility's ventilation system. If he could just run to the vent, he might just make it out of there alive.
So let's escape the factory as Clank.
I know you will find the defect, Victor. You never disappoint.
So the Clank sections return.
That if he were to survive, he would have to throw a bomb at whatever lay in his path. The young defect spotted a spring bot ahead of him, knew that with this handy device in his arsenal, he could now defeat the deadliest of forces, gravity. The hopeless defect had to throw a spring bot, but where and how?
Boingy boingy.
Where are you?
Luckily the explosions don't hurt you, otherwise that would really suck. Alright, let's leave.
There you are.
Oh my.
Quit your running, you useless piece of scrap. Get back here and let's settle this. Warbot to Warbot.
I wouldn't really call me a warbot, I'd call me a thinkerbot.
Oh no, water.
Suddenly, the defect spotted a power bot. This device could power up a variety of machines, but where should he throw it?
You're like really good at adding drama, man.
Thank you, Shiv. I pride myself on my penchant for storytelling.
What seems to be the problem, Victor?
You won't get away from me, Chairman. I've got him right where I want him.
Okay. And there we go. Push button. Whoop. Boingy. And you might notice over there, there's a gold bolt over here. This is something we'll get later, I believe. Whoop.
Not so hard.
Yeah, Clank sections are like puzzles, like how the Great Clock was. only not as taxing.
You think you can run from me?
Not that brute again.
Oh, I got hit.
Get back here, you miserable defect!
No, not Sylvester Stallone. Or is it? I don't think in the game it's Victor's voice. I don't think in the game he was voiced by Sylvester Stallone.
I'm gonna rip you apart, sprocket by sprocket. Water! Ah!
Computer, set coordinates for the Galactic Ranger home base.
Destination set. We will never make it, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Oh dear.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to check out more Ratchet & Clank adventures on this channel, check out the top link for a playthrough of Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus. And if you want to see a different type of Ratchet & Clank video on this channel, check out the bottom link for a review of Ratchet & Clank 1 for the PlayStation 2.